In today's video, we're going to be adjusting the valves on the old Z24 motor. Now, in order to adjust your valves, these are the three tools that you need. Nothing fancy, nothing special. These are feeler gauges from Harbor Freight. They're $5, literally $5. They're $4.99, and there's no difference from, say, these from $5 to a set that costs $100. The same thickness is the same thickness. I've measured these, and yeah, 15,000s is 15,000s, 20,000s is 20,000s. It's all the same. There's no point to buy an expensive set. You can pick up a set like this for $4.99. I will have a link down in the description to show you guys. And then you need a wrench, and then you need a flathead screwdriver. Once you've got your valve cover off, then you can come over here and you could look at your cam. Now, if you look at the lobe on this one, it's about to open, so this one might be a barely tiny bit held up. But if you look at this one, the number one valve, the lobe is at the bottom, so this one should be all the way closed, and you see how loose it is. So that's what you want. What we want to do is we want to get our feeler gauge set and stick the biggest one we have in there just to check and see where it's at. Now mine is at 16 thousandths, which is very, very loose. We want to have them set at 12 thousandths. So we're going to get the 12 thousandths, which is this guy right here, and we're going to slip it. We're going to slip it in between the valve seat and the rocker arm. And when it gets nice and tight, not too tight where you can't pull it out, but you also want it to get hung up a little bit. So right now it just goes in and out like nothing. So we want to tighten this. The way we tighten this is we get our wrench, put it on this nut, loosen it up, and with our flathead we tighten it until we feel like it's a good amount. Once it's a good amount, then we tighten this jam nut and we're good. We go on to the next one, and so on and so forth. If the cam is holding the valve open, then what you could do is you can get a nut and turn the crank pulley on the bottom. Make sure it's in neutral. Turn it slowly until you have your desired rocker arm that's free and the valve is closed. And then you do that to all 8 valves, and then you should be good. When you do this, you want to make sure that the engine is warm. And now it doesn't have to be extremely hot. You don't have to drive it for an hour straight and then pop this off and do it right then and there. You could just turn it on, let it run for 5 minutes, drive it around the block, do whatever you want to. But it has to be warm, because if you do it cold, then it's not going to be as precise, because cold measurements are different than hot. Once all these metals get hot, they tend to expand and contract and do all that stuff. And the most accurate reading you're going to get is when it's warm. It's also very handy to have a little paper and pen to write down which ones you've already done, that way you don't forget. For example, we've done all of them except for the number 3 valve and the number 8 valve, along with the 5. So right now I need to do 3, 5, and 8, and we should be done. And just like that, it's all ready to go. It's all within spec. It's making a lot less noise since they're not as loose. Before they were way too loose, so it just sounded like a really loud tick. But now it's all good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it somewhat useful. And if you guys have any questions on your truck or your valves or anything like that, message me either on my Instagram or down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.